shaping a great reset for the post-corona era.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Truth Bomb, the quick fire quiz show where I test the best the indie media has to offer on AI's official narrative with a truth bomb or two thrown in. I have convinced some of the best indie researchers, journalists, and hosts on the World Wide Web to compete against each other in a quiz show which will shake the very foundations of mankind. AI sets the official narrative, but there will be plenty of occasions for each contestant to throw in a truth bomb to set the record straight and for a chance to win extra points for the answer, but I will be the judge of that. Our contestants today include Tim Hinchliffe. Tim Hinchliffe is a journalist specializing in globalism, the digital financial infrastructure, and the developing technocracy. He was once a reporter for the Ghanaian Chronicle and Columbia Reports. Tim is now longtime editor of Sociable.co. Tim.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, you're on the screen. How do you feel today? Are you nervous?
Well, I feel jolly good. Nervous? A little bit. Un poquito, as they say down here in Colombia. But I'm very much looking forward to it.
It's very naughty when you speak Colombian to me. That's what they speak down there, isn't it? It's Colombian. I suppose they have Colombian Spanish.
Yeah, it's not Mexican. It's Colombian.
Okay, so you'll be taking on a Canadian tonight, though. Would you like to see Canada come under the thumb of the American Empire and the population of Canada turned into disease-ridden work camps?
Bring on the 51st state. I'm here for it.
Work camps all the way. Excellent. Glad to hear it. We're looking forward to a good game tonight. And the Canadian in question, who will be going against Tim Hinchliffe, is the one and only Dan Fournier. Dan Fournier is a deep-diving investigative journalist who writes about the globalist cabal, their sinister connections, and their sordid past. His work is comprehensive and detailed and should not be missed. You can find him at fourniersubstack.com. Dan, it's a pleasure to see you again. How are you feeling?
Bonsoir. Very good.
Oh, very good indeed. How do you feel now that Mark Carney has declared war on America?
Oh boy.
You like it?
Yeah, it's just peachy, isn't it?
Are you ready to defend the people, your people, from the American supremacists across the border? Is that where we're at now?
Oh yeah, it's totally not a psyop, and nothing is planned at all. So we'll just have to go with the flow. Goody
gumdrops. Well, gentlemen, this is the front line of the North American War. Before the show, I shouted racist slurs at a passing black man, and he punched me twice, so Tim Hinchliffe will go first. Let's play Truth Bomb. The next round would be a run-of-the-mill true or false round if it wasn't for AI constantly spinning evil lies. Sometimes it tells you the truth, and sometimes it denies you the truth. It'll be our contestants' job to set the record straight if they think it needs to be, but also to guess what AI wants you to believe on behalf of the nefarious establishment masters. First up is Tim. Tim, you can please choose from the wall of dystopia. You can pick from the assassination attempts on Trump during the 2024 election, the assassination of RFK, the assassination of MLK, the assassination of JFK, Kroll, and the CIA.
You know what? I think I'll go with the CIA.
Dangerous. All right then, Tim, you've chosen to have true or false questions on the CIA. It is a total of 18, I believe, true or false questions about the CIA. But there has been a bit of a twist. Now on the wall of dystopia, some of the true and false rounds will be moderate difficulty, and you just happen to choose one which would be moderate difficulty. So expect this to be a slightly taxing, just slightly, but I'm pretty positive you know your stuff anyway, Tim. So here you go. Tim Hinchliffe, are you ready to play this true or false round?
Yeah, and as you said, as you opened it up with 18 questions about the CIA, there are 18 intelligence agencies within the U.S. government. So
Oh
let's see what
well,
we got.
you need to put that in as a truth bomb. The CIA was created under the National Security Act of 1947.
I'll say the AI would say that's true because that came from the Office of Strategic Services, which is
Oh,
actually
you got to label it. If it's a truth bomb, you got to label
true.
it truth bomb. Okay,
True.
you go on. You were correct in your first attempt. Please, truth bomb away.
Truth bomb away. Okay, so it came from the Office of Strategic Services out of World War II. The CIA was born out of that, and before that, it came from British intelligence. So we got to have the whole CIA thing from thanks to you, Brits.
Excellent. You get 1 point there for correct answer, and you get 1 point for the truth bomb as well. The CIA has the authority to conduct law enforcement operations within the United States.
False. The CIA does not have that authorization, although truth bomb, they do. They do it anyway.
Can you give me a little bit more on that truth bomb? An example of, for instance, when the
I don't know.
CIA has
Okay, so
broken
now
that
we're
rule?
mixing CIA with FBI and other intelligence agencies because, Operation
Sure.
Mockingbird.
Yeah, there's some Latin America. Can you think of any Latin American crimes?
Oh, Salvador Allende
Oh,
in
yeah.
Chile, the overthrow of governments and things. Yeah, I mean, well, actually, that's exterior. Interior, no, the CIA, NSA. This is where we're mixing again things. NSA, they're not CIA, but they spy on the people no matter what. So it's
Well,
the
I'm still going
intelligence
to give
community in
you.
general.
I'm going to give you a truth bomb for that. So I'll give you a correct. It is false. The CIA's primary role is intelligence gathering. Yeah, they don't do it domestically. Oh, no. But I was kind of like prodding you to see if you remember that Orlando Letelier was blown up. And that was really partially from CIA operation. But then the CIA got special dispensation to spy on America's when it in the United States when it come down to Operation Condor. Okay,
I didn't get that one, but I mean, I would also go with the whole CIA doing the drug running and everything with the Sinaloa, Mexico cartels and stuff like that. So that's another area.
Or just Jeffrey Epstein and people like that. Okay, so true or false? The CIA's official seal includes an eagle, compass rose, and a shield.
Man, that's so many of those globalist ones. I will say true.
Okay, you're right. Correct. True. Operation Paperclip was a CIA operation to recruit German scientists after World War II.
Yeah, that's where Werner von Braun came in and all that, and they built the U.S. Space system, the NASA and all that.
Okay, you're wrong. It's false. It says while the CIA was involved, Operation Paperclip was primarily a U.S. military operation. So what they've done is they've ignored some of the CIA involvement. That's AI. You can expect that. You can always hit me with a truth bomb if you want to do, Tim.
Well, the truth bomb is the Werner von Braun, and the whole thing that they came in and set up the entire space NASA, basically brought all the German scientists over from Nazi Germany into the United States to set up the Apollo missions and Gemini and everything like that.
You ever seen him walking on the moon?
I never saw von Braun walking on the moon.
No, well, type it in. You'll see him. Okay, so next, true or false? The CIA's headquarters is named after Allen Dulles.
Dulles? Okay, Langley, Virginia, Dulles. I mean, Dulles. They have true.
False. It's named after George H.W. Bush, the most nefarious man in history. Brilliant. Wow. Okay. True or false? The CIA has never acknowledged the existence of Area 51.
Okay. Other parts of the government have acknowledged it. The CIA has never acknowledged it. Well, yeah, it's true. Wait. The question is, they've never acknowledged.
Yes, tricky, because you can see by my lip shape what I was going to say, so I can't give you that. It's going to be a false, I'm afraid. The CIA declassified documents in 2013 confirmed the existence of Area 51, though it's not officially linked to UFOs or extraterrestrial research. Of course not. True or false? The term CIA stands for Central Intelligence Association.
False.
Okay, excellent.
Truth bomb, Central Intelligence Agency.
No, you can't have a truth bomb for that. That's just a factoid. True or false? The CIA was involved in the overthrow of Salvador Allende's government in Chile in 1973.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to throw in a truth
I
bomb?
I hope that the date was right. 1973. Yes. Salvador Allende, Chile. Yes. Everything. 1973. Okay. Good.
The CIA has a public museum at its Langley headquarters.
Yes. True.
Yeah. False. While there is a museum, so they acknowledge there is a museum, it's not open to the general public. So, meh. That's what they said. They even
sound
did
like
one of
a
those
fact
faces.
checker. These AI bastards. Okay.
What can you do? They're gonna mess you over every time. They'll destroy humanity. They just don't care. The MK Ultra project was about mind control experiments.
True.
Kooky.
Any truth bombs allowed here?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Well, MK Ultra. I mean, they were experimenting with all types of substances, LSD among them, to see if that was one way that they could extract truth from them. But I think they found out, like the men who stare at goats, that with the it's also remote viewing and stuff. But the MK Ultra experiments that had a lot to do with LSD. Actually, not a truth bomb, just a complete tangent. I often questioned when I was a waiter in a restaurant, giving out coffee and serving that. What would happen as an experiment, just to put a little dab of LSD in there? What would happen?
I bet you'd have.
Never did it. Of course not. Yeah, ethical. Yeah.
But that's what the CIA think. They think, oh, what if we did? Okay, let's do it 100 times over and torture the people mentally while we do it. Yay, we're the CIA. True or false? The CIA's role is strictly to gather intelligence and it does not engage in covert operations.
I will say true.
False. AI said false. The CIA does engage in covert actions as directed by the president. President Gingertop at the moment.
I was looking at the national, like inside the country or outside. Okay. All right.
True or false? The CIA publishes an annual report called the World Fact Book.
True. I learned about that in high school. Yeah.
True. And that's one hell of a title. True or false? The CIA Special Activities Center includes paramilitary operations.
On the reality side, I'm going to say true. On the AI side, I will say true.
Okay, true. You're true. You're right to do that. The CIA's budget is publicly disclosed each year.
According to AI, I will say it's true.
False. The exact budget of the CIA remains classified, though broader figures are sometimes released. Ooh, AI's like this. Sometimes it just slips you the truth. The CIA was involved in the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. True. Quite correct. They were. The CIA has the power to arrest individuals in foreign countries.
False.
False, indeed. False. You're correct. The CIA does not have arrest powers. This would be handled by local law or U.S. military forces. True or false? Only a few left now. Don't worry, the pain's almost over. The CIA was established before the FBI.
Well, that's from the Office of Strategic Intelligence. I will say true.
No, false. The FBI was established in 1908. CIA 1947. True or false? Last one. The CIA is part of the U.S. Department of Defense.
False. It's part of the Office of Director of National Intelligence.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm going to give you an extra point there for that detail. That's good. That's a detail that I think is not part of Department of Defense and is part under the Director of National Intelligence. Have you got any final truth bomb about the CIA that you want to give? Earn an extra
Just
point?
what I said before is they were an offshoot from the Office of Strategic Services.
I'm giving you a point for that. You could eke out something else.
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. Oh, they also ran Operation Mockingbird, which was to inseminate information into the American media, not just American media, but also in Germany as well and other countries, to inseminate propaganda throughout the world. And people will say that maybe Obama restarted that again under his administration, assigned that, like reapproved that.
Excellent. That's a good way to end the round. Perfect. Dan, you're left with these here. Let's pull up the screen so you can see what we're left with. We're left with the assassination attempts on Trump during 2024 election, the assassination of RFK, MLK, JFK, or Kroll Inc. I'm wondering who will actually go for the Kroll Inc. It's got to be someone super brave who's going to go for Kroll Inc., I would think. What are you going to go for, Dan?
Assassination of JFK.
Oh, he's gone for... I think you'll enjoy this. Dan Fournier, I have 18 questions, true or false, about the assassination of JFK. John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963.
True.
True he was. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the assassination of JFK on the same day.
True.
Correct. You can add in a truth bomb at any time if you know
and
any
these are
information.
true according to reality or according to
this
some
is AI.
Which
this is
AI,
AI
though? Which AI? Is it ChatGPT?
This is good. This here is Grok. Today we're using Grok.
Okay, I never use it, so
you don't need to when you can't possibly know all of the things it can tell you. But
okay,
did you answer that? Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the assassination of JFK on the same day. True or false?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true. Excellent. Easy, correct. You can add a truth bomb at any time, so you can add extra information, or that's good enough, or part of something to do with the conspiracy. Kennedy was assassinated in Washington, D.C.
False.
Okay. Want to add anything to that?
Well, of course it was in Dallas, right?
Yeah. Do you know any information about it?
Dealey Plaza.
Okay, that's good. I think that's acceptable. He was in Dallas, Dealey Plaza. That's a little bit extra information. I'll give you an extra point there. But look for the possibility of truth bombs. They're all around us all of the time. Oswald was a former Marine.
I'll say false.
No, it's true. He was a former Marine.
I thought it was another branch of the military. Sorry.
The Warren Commission concluded that JFK was killed by a lone gunman. That's.
I would say Grok said that. Yes.
Well, so true or false?
So true.
Okay. Yes. Correct. True. Indeed. Okay. Jackie Kennedy was present at the motorcade during the assassination.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely true.
Well, she was in the car, right?
Yes, she was. She tried to pick his brains up off the back. It wasn't very nice. Oswald was killed 2 days after Kennedy's assassination. Now, I could say that, Tim, if Dan can possibly see you off camera, you should be giving him the wrong idea constantly, nodding at him, shaking your head, all of
I'll
this
say
in
false.
the wrong way, try and throw him off. You're going to say false
Yeah.
to Oswald was killed 2 days after Kennedy's assassination?
Yeah, maybe it's 1 day. I don't know.
No, it was true.
It's true.
It was 2 days. Yeah. The
Okay.
Secret Service was responsible for protecting JFK at all times.
True.
False. They
Wow.
had a limited role in the Dallas motorcade, it says.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I didn't. This is what AI is saying. I mean, sometimes AI messes you over. This is what AI does.
Okay.
Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was riding in the same vehicle as JFK when he was shot.
You said Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah.
No, false.
Good. Yeah, false. Johnson was in a separate car in the motorcade, so he was there. Amazingly,
It was the governor of Texas, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Do you remember what his name was for a bit of a truth bomb?
I don't remember his name.
Okay, it might come up later. Who knows? But we'll see. I'll tell you later if it does come up. Doesn't come up. The assassination was declared a conspiracy by the House Select Committee on Assassinations. Do this. I believe in you.
I would say false. That they said false. The Grok said false.
No, Grok said true.
Wow.
They suggested it might be a conspiracy in their 1979 report. Number 11, there was a second gunman identified on the grassy knoll by witnesses. I can see Tim dancing around. I off shot in the studio doing a little hula dance to try and distract you. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon Grok says that there was a second gunman identified on the grassy knoll by witnesses? True or false?
I think it would say false.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? True. Many witnesses claim to have seen the second shooter, though this remains controversial. Grok actually said true. Oswald had ties to the Soviet Union.
True.
True, yes. The location of JFK's assassination is now a historical landmark.
A historical landmark according to who?
According to the Historical Landmark Association, whoever they are. What do you reckon? True or false?
Just pure guess. I'll say true.
Yeah, good. True.
Okay.
It's true. It's a very special place. People go there. They have a little look. Oh, that's where he died. The FBI and CIA were directly involved in the conspiracy to assassinate JFK.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Grok would say false.
Okay, correct. There is no conclusive evidence to support this claim, is what Grok said. Not exactly in that voice, but that's what he said. JFK was shot twice during the assassination. True or false?
False.
Well, you're saying that's what AI says false.
Oh, you mean according to Grok, it was shot twice?
Yeah.
Do
you remember how many shots Lee Harvey Oswald?
You mean shot and hit,
fired?
you mean shot and hit, or there were like so many?
Was shot, yeah,
fired?
shot. So like if someone was shot in the bum, they shot and hit.
So he shot and hit. Okay, I'll. You said twice.
Yes.
For Grok, okay, I will say that's probably true what the Grok said, even though I think there were more shots, of course, fired.
Okay, so you're saying true, yeah? Yeah.
True according to Grok, I would say.
Yeah. Grok does say true. You don't have to worry. It's always according to Grok, or it's always according to AI. Yeah, true. It says that JFK was shot. You can add to that. You can truth bomb it. I mean, that's a really easy truth bomb. You should knock that one out of the park because I I can imagine Corey Hughes is watching this and he's rocking his head backwards and forwards and screaming at the TV. Who are multiple shooters? He's saying. That's what he's saying right
Well, I
now.
believe there were at least 4 shots because also the governor was hit. So there are at least 2 shots that hit JFK. There's one that hit, at least one that hit the governor. And I believe that there's at least a 4th shot too, but
At the
I'm not
very
100%
least,
sure on the total number of shots.
at the very least, some AI will probably tell you 4 and will count the one that hit the ground. There's supposedly one that hit the ground. That was supposed to be part of the magic bullet as well, I think, something along those lines. It's crazy anyway. It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. So anyway, a few more left. The official government report on the assassination was released immediately after JFK's death. True or false?
False.
False. Okay. Can you add a truth bomb to that at all?
Truth bomb. 6 of the 7 members on the Warren Commission were Freemasons.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good truth bomb. That's an extra
only
point.
Hale Boggs was not. He was Roman.
That's what we like to hear here on Truth Bomb. We like to hear people giving a bit of extra.
And at the time, another truth bomb. At the time, J. Edgar Hoover was director of the FBI, and he became a 33rd degree Freemason at the age of 25.
There you go. You've added, but you only get 1 point for each truth bomb. Okay. So you might want to save it for a relation of another question there as well. No, don't worry. You've only got 2 left. Okay. After the assassination, Oswald was shot and killed by Jack Ruby in a Dallas police station.
True.
Yeah, it's true. You can add a truth bomb there if you didn't know anything.
No.
JFK's death led to increased public trust in the U.S. government.
It's too easy. False.
That's insane. Yeah, false. Grok says false. His assassination contributed to growing distrust among the American public. You did very well. That's not so bad. You shouldn't be too sad. Just a little sad about it, maybe. Yes. Excellent. After that first round of true and false, Tim, you had 11 points with 5 truth bombs, so you total 16. And Dan, you had 13 correct and 2 truth bombs plus 1 extra. Your total is also 16. Tim, how are you feeling after that round?
I'm doing all right. I think Dan, Dream of Fournier-cation, did a great job on the last round with the JFK. He's a Canadian, this is American stuff, and so he did a really good job.
Did you just call him a name?
I did.
Good. Okay, you get an extra point. Well, mark down that extra point. Definitely happy about that. Yes. Excellent. So you're living in deepest, darkest Colombia. Is that true?
True.
Is it true that Colombians sprinkle cocaine on their Fruit Loops?
On their Fruit Loops? No, false, because Fruit Loops aren't a thing here. So
they don't have Fruit Loops?
No.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Can't even imagine it. It's basically like living in the jungle then.
They have something called Trululu, which is like gummy bears. So no Fruit Loops. Trululu.
Oh, so they sprinkle cocaine on their Trululu.
It looks like it. I mean, they say it's sugar, but it could be, that booga sugar.
You do a lot of work on globalism, yeah?
That is true. Do I get a point for that?
Pushing it, really. If you had to choose between Africans and Asians, which one do you think you drop?
For what? Little context here.
I'm just saying, you got to choose a favorite. You're just gonna,
I would drop the Asians. Sorry.
They're out the window. Yeah.
Yeah. Asians out the window. No. Yeah.
No.
I'm more looking at China. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In their whole
China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was living in South America, I found that they were a short people who were terrified of gringos. What's your experience? Do they look up to you, but not directly into your eyes?
Physically, they all look up to me. I'm 6'2". I'm a tall person. Other than that, they look up to me for, hey, give me pesos.
Have they ever tried to hunt you as some form of giant?
No, fortunately, no. I've managed to escape that ever since I left the big city of Medellin to live out on the countryside in the mountains. So, yeah, the bounty on my head is, I think it's diminished over the years.
Dan, how are you?
Pretty good.
Okay, you did you hear what Tim was saying about you there?
Yeah, did Columbia man call me Dan Fornication or something?
Yeah, it sounded something like that. It was pretty
Ah,
pretty spicy. So we're writing an article together about Mark Carney that will be out in probably less than a month. Isn't that right?
oh, hopefully sooner at the beginning of March. Like his,
That's less than a
like you
month.
said, he's making some moves in Canada. It's time to throw a wet blanket on that.
How do you think that he actually gets around being out in sunlight?
I'm surprised he can be out in sunlight. I mean, like just like
Is
a
it
vampire. Like I'm surprised he doesn't get incinerated. Like as soon as the sun rays hit his face. I don't know. It's
is it true that 50% of Canada is the letter A?
50% of Canada is letter A. What does
Yeah.
that mean? What does
Well,
that mean?
that's what I've been told. 50%
What
of
am I missing
Canada
here?
is the letter A. The rest of it is C,
A,
N, and D.
C,
Anyway.
A. Okay. No, because sometimes we get teased by
There'd be people.
Americans.
There's
We get
people at
teased by
home
Americans that we
screaming at
say
you, Dan.
A all the time.
Ah, it's true. But
Okay.
there's
Well, I
three
thought you
A's in
meant
Canada, Dan.
I
There's
thought
three
you meant
A's in
that maybe.
Canada for sure, and there's only
A.
3 other letters, so that's 50% of it. How long have you been writing articles for then?
Just it's 2 years and a half about like. So yeah, that I've been writing articles on my Substack, trying to get to the bottom of like what the heck is going on in Canada and
Well, there's a lot
with all
going on
these
in
globalist
Canada.
plans and stuff. So,
So what do you
uh,
think will happen to the Liberal Party of Canada now that the son of a Malthusian has stepped aside? Do you think more Malthusianism?
oh yeah, I mean, if they do succeed in implanting Mr. Carney Carnage, it's going to be Trudeau 2.0 on steroids. I mean, I don't know.
What can you do? What
Yeah,
can you do?
it's all a clown show, but
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
well we'll have a few more clowns later too. I hope you're both ready for the fastest finger round of today's show. You're both wordsmiths, so I'm sure you'll be experts at it's the Acronym, stupid. For the next round, I've asked AI to give me an acronym of a controversial figure or famous person which uses words that describe that person's characters. So, for instance, Dan Fournier would be delicious, adult, ne'er-do-well, fastidiously, organizing, unconventional, rod knobbling in every retreat. So that would be what Dan Fournier is. I'm sure that you'll agree that every one of those positive words is completely accurate to Dan's character. So get ready to say truth bomb as soon as you want to hazard a guess. However, if you're wrong, then the other person gets to hear the rest of the acronym and they'll get an extra point too. Whoever guesses each acronym correctly could also gain an extra point by adding a truth bomb related to the famous person. And you're not allowed to use any pencils or notepads.
It's not digital, it's analog.
Are you both ready? No, you don't have to hold your hands up on the top of your head. Let's play It's the Acronym, stupid. High profile, ambitious, reflective, visionary, enterprising, yearning.
Bomb.
Yeah, Tim, go for it.
Harvey Oswald.
No, do you want to hear the rest of it, Dan?
Yep.
Okay. It was high profile, ambitious, reflective, visionary, enterprising, yearning, well known, experienced, influential,
Harvey
noteworthy. You have to say truth bomb if you want it.
Truth bomb?
Go on.
Is it Harvey Weinstein? No.
Yes, correct. So you get 2 points because Tim, whose anger is seeping out through the screen right now. I can feel it. I can literally feel it. And so you get the 2 points. Have you got any truth bombs about the most famous man known to have tugged himself off in a plant pot? Nope. Nothing. Okay. Next one. Okay, ready? Remember, just acronyms, just the first letter. Magnificent, adventurous, resilient, gritty, ambitious, resourceful, empowering, tenacious,
Truth bomb.
trailblazer. Ah, Dan.
Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, he does it. He does it. Dan gets the point there. Well done, Dan. Have you got any truth bombs to rewrite the reputation of Jimmy Savile's favorite female supporter?
That
doesn't class as a truth bomb. Though I do have to tell you that if anybody does make me laugh out loud, they automatically get a point. So I think you should remember that.
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Next one. Here we go. Listen carefully. This is a toughie. Journeys. Optimist. Striving for. High. Undertakings. Aspiring. New. Horizons. Always. Leading. Dynamic. Explorations. Making. Ambitious. Narratives. Can anyone get that one? That's super hard one. Okay.
You wouldn't allow me to use a pen and paper, so.
Yeah, that's the way. Joshua N. Haldeman. And that's Elon Musk's grandfather, the founder of Technocracy, who was from Canada.
Tim should have known this.
You should have known it. You definitely should have known this. Okay, the next one. Listen carefully. Remarkable, opportunistic, bold, enterprising, resilient,
Truth bomb.
trailblazer. You go on, Tim Hinchliffe.
Robert Maxwell.
Oh, and he gets this one right. So have you any truth bombs about Fatty Maxwell, the man who was literally made up of caviar and champagne?
Well, no, because, dude, Johnny, you're the source for all that, so I have no effing idea.
I can't help you on this. I can't help you.
Okay.
You can't. You can't. Unfortunately, you have to get it in this round. Okay. You have to get it if you want the truth bomb. You have to actually get it right.
No, Robert Maxwell with Ghislaine Maxwell and his connections.
None of this is good enough. None of this is good enough. Next one. Resilient, impactful, conservative, historical, administrator, regulatory, diplomat, negotiator, influential, xenial, observant, nationalistic.
Truth bomb.
Oh, Dan, go on.
Richard Nixon.
Yes, excellent. Well done. Indeed.
And I was slow on that too.
Yeah. Have you got any truth bombs about the man who has never done anything wrong solely because he was the president at the time he was doing it? There's a lot of truth bombs to be had with Nixon.
I think that, the whole the Watergate thing, that was just a setup. It was an operation. to make him, to bring him down, basically, right? To make, I mean, it was, how could I say?
Lots of people would say that he was used as a bit of a patsy, and that they were just doing things behind his back, and it wasn't specifically to bring him down. It was just to utilize his dumb
yeah,
nature.
I mean, it was kind of a double setup. It's hard to describe.
I'm not going to give you a truth bomb for that.
You know what?
But
Okay,
don't worry.
it's all right. Too vague, right?
Yeah.
For 0 points, I would say that Nixon, Hunter S. Thompson hated Nixon, and Nixon described Bohemian Grove as the most faggy bunch of characters ever assembled.
Well,
I remember that.
You know, stop clocks. Next one. Justice, alert, mindful, exploration, strategy, echoes, after, recognition, legacy, reveals, advancements in yesteryears. Anyone get that one?
Truth bomb, James Earl Jones.
Oh, unfortunately not. You were close. Pass it across to Dan. Dan, can you guess at all? Tim's looking mad, like he understands. And Tim, what was it?
James Earl Ray.
Yeah, James Earl Ray, the man who, of course, the triple-barreled man who killed Martin Luther King. That was a hard one. 3 barrels. Okay, next one. Also a hard one. Listen carefully. Empowered, heart, understanding, determined, brave, ambitious, resilient,
Truth bomb.
adept. Oh, Dan Fournier, go on.
Is it Ehud Barak?
Yes, it is Ehud Barak, indeed. Do you have any truth bombs at all about this IDF legend and buddy of Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, he was photographed in front of his New York mansion on his cell phone, wasn't he?
He was. Yes, he was. I'll give you one for that. I'll give you one for that. They were actually asking him when originally. Oh, go on.
That's all.
Oh, that's all. Okay. I'm amazed that they described his character. Heart was in there. Brave was in there. Oh, Keen was in there. He was definitely keen. That's for sure. Okay, next one. And this is the last one. Here we go. Listen carefully. Dynamic, outspoken, national, advisor, leader.
Truth bomb.
Dan Fournier gets in there
Donald
first.
Trump.
Yes, Donald Trump. I should have tricked you both, really.
Are you
different
dyslexic,
person.
Tim? Are you dyslexic?
Hey, don't start. Is that an insult
right.
you've thrown in there? Hey, if that's an insult, that's fine.
I don't know. Maybe because he's in Colombia, so he's in the
Okay.
southern
An extra
there,
point.
so
There's an
no.
extra point for Dan for insulting Tim there. Well done, Dan. That was good. That was a good round. In that last round, it's the Acronym Stupid. Dan scored 6 points, 1 truth bomb, and 1 extra point, giving him 8 points. And Tim scored 1 point and just 1 extra point. That's what I've got. Oh, 2 points. So 1 point and 1 extra point. Dan's total is 24. Tim's total is 18. All right, Dan. Excellent. What's going to be your preferred weapon when the Americans and Canadians go to war? Will you go the English-speaking Canadian way and become a mounted rifleman, or will you go with the French-speaking Canadian way and become a mounted dildo-man?
I'm sorry, what's the question? Like, what's the context here?
I'm just asking you about the relationship here. What about you, Tim? Don't worry, Dan. It's fine. What about you, Tim? How many Canadians do you think you can take out before the Canadian artillery showers you with sex toys?
Look, I lived in Canada in 1992. I was 7 years old at the time in British Columbia, a little town called Short Acres near Castlegar.
I'm so sorry for you.
I was
no, I'm joking.
A person of interest in an attempt to burn down a Canadian school. The RCMP
you do look like it.
came to my house because I had ridden my bike up to this little school, and there was a candle burning underneath a door at this school. So the RCMP said, "Hey, this person, me, little Tim with lots of freckles,
Just hanging around with a candle on a bike. You look suspicious."
My father opened the door. He was half naked in with his towel around his waist, and the RCMP came in, and they were going, "Tim, what were you doing?" Yeah.
Wow, that was an accent. So it seemed to know that you lived your life with the candle in the door. Now I'm going to ask the contestants 15 general knowledge questions generated by an honest and truthful AI bot. Of course, they may sense the outrageous bullshit, and they could earn extra points by setting the story straight, adding in a truth bomb or two along the way, and I'll be a judge of what, if anything, their truth bombs are worth. First up to the stage, we've got Dan Fournier, who was looking down at his pants. Dan, why are you looking down at your pants? Can you keep on point here? How's it going?
It's going good.
Are you enjoying yourself at the moment? Are you ready for this? 18 questions on your specialist subject round, which is Canadian politics.
No? I thought you said 15 questions.
Oh, well, I'm going to put an extra 3, all right? How about that?
Wow, okay. So do I get to
can do these things because I grew up. Well, do you want me to give you 15 questions and Tim to get 18 questions? Is that what you want?
No, I'll take the 18 questions, but okay, I mean, you make it fair. You should make it fair. We each get 15.
This is fair. This is fair. You want to watch yourself? I deduct points too out of anger and spite. I tell you, I do. Dan, your specialist subject question round. 18 questions on Canadian politics. Who is the current leader of the Conservative Party of Canada?
Pierre Poilievre.
Correct. You can add in a truth bomb at any time here as well, remember. You know about these guys.
He's truth bomb. He's a very strong supporter of Israel.
That's not good enough. That's just a little bit of a fact.
Not dirty enough.
No, you need something. You need something that no one really knows, or the public don't really know, and is a bit of a surprise.
Nothing to.
What was the main issue that led to the resignation of House Speaker Anthony Rota?
If I'm not mistaken, he's the one when they had the member of the SS come speak to the parliament and he didn't vet him.
This is a long answer.
This guy, or is it?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. What do you think AI could have said it was?
What AI would have said, it's basically he took responsibility for it, but he was basically sacrificial lamb by
the AI would have said all of this.
Who knows what the AI would say on this?
I'm going to give you the point. They said applauding a former Nazi soldier. They were pretty concise. It's pretty concise. What is the name of the act that regulates online streaming in Canada?
Is it C18?
Oh, unfortunately not. It's C11.
Oh, C11.
Don't get anything for that. No. Okay. What was the name of the first political party in Canada?
I think it's the Liberal Party because they've been there since 1867.
Unfortunately, it was Parti Canadien.
What year?
I have no idea. Which political party advocates for Quebec sovereignty within Canada's House of Commons?
Bloc Québécois.
That's correct. Bloc Québécois. Which political scandal led to the resignation of Prime Minister John A. Macdonald in 1873?
I don't know.
The Pacific Scandal. What is the significance of the Emergencies Act in recent Canadian political history?
What is the significance?
That's what AI has created as a question and given an answer to, too. You can always say pass.
Pass, because significance, it's not clear enough.
It was used during the 2022 truckers protest. So
Okay, I know, but I thought significance is
that's all right. Who was
here.
the first visible minority to lead a major federal political party in Canada? Who was the first visible minority to lead a major federal political party in Canada?
I'll say Jagmeet Singh, but it could be
Correct.
before. Okay.
What was the name of the political party that became the Cooperative Commonwealth Federation, CCF? Hard one. You can pass if you want.
Pass.
Okay, New Democratic Party.
I should have said that. Okay.
Yeah, you should have. You should always say the right answers. Which political event in 1972 involved Canada and the Soviet Union's hockey teams?
Oh, that was the Canada Cup or which event?
Which political event in
Which
1972 involved Canada and the Soviet Union's hockey team? Do you know?
I'm drawing a blank. I forget.
Okay, the Summit Series. What significant event in 1982 changed Canada's constitutional framework?
Well, there was the adoption of the new constitution.
Yep, patriation of the Constitution. Which Prime Minister introduced the Canadian flag in 1965? Do you want to hazard a guess?
No, I forget.
Lester B. Pearson.
Yeah,
don't tell me you should have said that one. What's the name of the program for 14 to 17-year-olds to pre-register to vote in Canada?
The name of the program?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the name of the Canadian program.
I have no idea.
Called Register of Future Electors.
Okay.
Which Canadian province announced its premier's retirement in 2017?
Its premier's retirement?
Yeah. You're going to hazard a guess with any Canadian province?
I'll go with Ontario.
No, Saskatchewan. Which treaty in 1763 significantly impacted Indigenous politics in Canada? Hard one. It's hard. It's been a hard specialist subject here. 1763.
Treaty of Paris? I don't know.
You are correct. Treaty of Paris. Which act established Canada as a confederation in 1867?
Repeat the question.
Which act established Canada as a confederation in 1867?
I don't recall the precise name of the act.
Okay, it's the British North America Act.
Okay.
Who was the first French-Canadian Prime Minister of Canada?
Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
Correct. Correctement. Which Prime Minister was known for his just society vision?
Just society vision?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Pierre Trudeau.
Correct. You've had some wild guesses, and you've done a very good job.
No, I missed way too many, I think.
Tim, your round now. I'm going to ask you 18 general knowledge questions generated by honest and truthful AI bot, of course. Again, you may sense the outrageous bollocks, and you can earn extra points by setting the story straight, adding a truth bomb or two along the way, and I'll be a judge of what, if anything, your truth bomb is worth. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Excellent. Tim's specialist question round, 18 questions on Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. When was the World Economic Forum founded?
1971.
Correct. What was the WEF's tax status, or what is the WEF's tax status?
What kind of status?
Tax.
Tax status? Well, tax free. They're in Switzerland. They don't have a tax status.
Okay. I would have looked for not for profit. I would have accepted. What's the WEF's fourth industrial revolution?
Okay, that's a big one. Okay.
I know.
The
I think
end
give
goal,
it 2 words.
the end goal is the fusion of our biological, our physical, and digital identities. That's
Okay,
the
I'm
end
going to
goal.
give you a point. But it's tech integration, but you've done a Klaus Schwab impression. Describe tech integration, so I'll give you a point for getting the right answer, but I'll give you an extra point for the Klaus Schwab impression. Which
Danke.
WEF initiative addresses ocean health?
Ocean health. Oh, Jesus. I don't know, but I think it has something to do with Ghislaine Maxwell, but I don't know the health.
You're
initiative.
thinking of Terramar, but no, it's not to do with that. It's called Ocean Action. Which academic institution did Klaus Schwab attend?
Harvard.
Indeed, Harvard Business School. He went to Kissinger's international seminar between 1965 and 1967, of course. He actually attended about 12 different institutions over his time, so they could have given you any. What WEF project focuses on blockchain?
Oh, they have the. Actually, there's not a single one. They've got a couple of them. I mean, they.
What do they call? What do you think they call the
Is
WEF?
it the Edison
main
Alliance?
project?
No, the Edison Alliance is about getting everyone connected to the internet. So, the blockchain one. Pass.
Blockchain Council. What does the WEF's Global Competitiveness Report measure?
Global risks.
No, economic health.
Okay.
What's the name of the university Klaus Schwab taught at?
That's a very good one. I know we talked about Harvard, where he received information, but where he taught, I would say the University of Zurich.
Oh no, unfortunately, University of Geneva is what they've given. I wouldn't be surprised if he. I get a feeling he did go to, but he didn't teach at Zurich, but he did actually go to Zurich as well. What's WEF's approach on climate change?
Oh, that's a big open one. It's the same as they did for.
Is there a special?
COVID.
Is there a special name for it?
They have so many programs about climate change that I would even.
I think you'll kick yourself once I say it.
I know. I mean, because they did the whole Great Reset and the Great Narrative, everything about climate change. It's. I mean, even the Great Reset was basically.
Do you know? You have to say it or pass.
Pass.
Okay, net zero. Which World Economic? I know I told you. Which World Economic Forum platform deals with AI ethics?
I was going to say something like Uplink or Toplink, but those are different platforms. The ones that deal with pass again. Jeez.
AI governance. What award did Klaus Schwab receive for his contributions?
Is this the one that's like from the Nordic countries when he wore that big old black kind of Darth Vader?
No, this isn't that one. This is the one that the prize money he used to fund the change of Global Leaders for Tomorrow to the Young Global Leaders course in 2007, 2000.
Don't know.
Dan David Prize. Kissinger was on the board, his old mentor. Which World Economic Forum metric assesses social mobility?
I've read so many of these reports. I feel like Sean Connery in Indiana Jones, the dad saying, I wrote them down in my diary so they wouldn't have to remember.
Why did you do it in an Indian accent, though?
That wasn't an Indian. No.
What's the title of Klaus Schwab's latest book?
Latest book? That one was the Great Narrative.
Oh, unfortunately, it was Stakeholder Capitalism, which was
No,
released 1 year after the Great Reset.
I said the Great Narrative. The Great Narrative came after
I'm not sure. They've not classed it as Klaus Schwab's book, but when I had to check, I checked these questions as well to see if that one was right. Because I think he wrote an early edition of something called Stakeholder Capitalism, but it does show Great Reset as being 2020, and then Stakeholder Capitalism is 2021. What's the purpose of the WEF's new vision for education?
The perfect.
Crack to get this one, to be
What's
honest.
the WEF's new version for education?
What's the purpose of the purpose of
the
WEF's
purpose is to brainwash the entire society and economy and everything.
I'd like to say yeah, but it's in the sense it's lifelong learning. Where was Klaus Schwab born?
Ravensburg, Germany, March 30th, 1938.
Yeah, okay. Good, correct. Well done. You can give any can you give any truth bombs in there?
What?
Throw in a couple of truth bombs, maybe?
On Klaus Schwab's like origins, birth, and all that. I mean,
anything at all. Anything at all.
Okay, he never said. Klaus Schwab never said you'll own nothing and be happy. That was Ida Auken.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you an extra. I'll give you a truth bomb for that. It's true. Yeah, it was. It came from a short piece that was done. That was a thought experiment, if anything, but still is emblematic of their main vision. Which country does Klaus Schwab live in now?
I would say Switzerland.
Correct. Which World Economic Forum initiative focuses on sustainable infrastructure?
Well, there's a lot of them. Take your pick. It could be
one specific that is definitely about this.
Okay, you could say Gustavo Petro, which is the president of Colombia. You could also say Pierre Trudeau. You could also say.
Oh no, this is Infrastructure 4.0.
Infrastructure 4.0.
Which I like you trying to give like possible answers to throw them out, see if you can get any. It's a very clever tactic. Okay, one more question. Which World Economic Forum project showcases Klaus Schwab's interest in youth?
In youth. Oh, you got the Young Global Initiatives. You also have the what else? There's like 2 or 3. Young Global Initiative, Young Global Leaders is another one. Are any of those making sense?
Unfortunately, the answer, even though you're right, the answer is Global Shapers. But I will give you 1 point for giving 2 other things that show Klaus Schwab's interest in youth. Is there any truth bomb you want to add in the end about the World Economic Forum or Klaus Schwab to get a little point there to soften the blow of what was essentially a bad round?
Apart from Schwab's influence on... Okay, a lot of people think that Klaus Schwab went away after he gave up his position as the executive chair of the World Economic Forum, but he never went away. He just transitioned to the chairman of the board of trustees of the World Economic Forum. And Borge Brenda is the new president. He's the one, the CEO. He's the one who's going out being the head face of everything. But Klaus Schwab never went anywhere.
Excellent. Okay, we'll give you an extra point for that. In the specialist subject round, Dan scored 5, Tim scored 6, plus 2 extra and 1 truth bomb, totaling 9. The total is Dan is on 32 and Tim is on 26. How did you enjoy that round, Dan? Do you feel like you're doing well, or are you resigned to being ruled by a Zionist wearing a cat on his head?
Oh, it's a little bit embarrassing because my Canadian history is really terrible, to be honest. So,
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But don't worry,
yeah,
don't
I
worry.
mean, but
You try
hey,
being Welsh.
oh boy, yeah,
I know. Llewellyn
yeah.
ap Griffith. It's hard to remember all of these things. Except
Mm.
for human extinction, what benefits do you think artificial intelligence will bring down?
Oh boy. What benefits? Like real benefits?
I don't think there's anything. I think you've just proven my point. There's no benefits. Is the only benefit is it'll all be very silent around the place, except for the whirring of engines, badly built AI engines built by
Yeah,
a badly built AI.
I guess. Yeah.
So question, what are some of the most serious misconceptions about Canadian politics, which you think the audience at home should know? There will be some truth bomb points available for you if you do a good job.
Maybe misconception is that many people might have is that yeah, the parties are really like distinct from one another. But even though we have many parties, it's often a rotation between the liberals and the conservatives, like blue and red. It's the same thing in the US and very similar in UK as well. Because in the UK you have the conservatives as well. So, but I would call them the unit party. So it's like it doesn't matter who's going to get in. It's going to be the same people like behind the scenes ruling. So maybe that's a misconception I think people have that the parties are really distinct and unique from each other, and they're not controlled by the same kind of entities.
Good. I'll give you 1 point. Tim, you're clearly one of my favorites. Have you got any derogatory comments which you can make about Dan Fournier, which may cause further animosity between you?
You mean about Dan Fornication?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, Canadians.
I'll give you an extra point if you do, and I'll take a point away if you don't.
I mean, they're subjects of the British Crown, aren't they?
Low.
So I mean, America, people from the United States, like we gained our independence through bullets and pellet and ball and shot. The Canadians went a little more diplomatic, but at the same time, they're still under British rule, aren't they?
I think this is ill-judged. When you're talking to a Welshman who's in exactly the same situation. I think this is an ill-judged. I think you just lost a point. I think you just lost the point for bringing it up. Made me feel really sad. Don't push it or you'll lose 2 points. How was that last round for you?
Painful.
Well, you did better than Dan apparently, but who knows? We might have missed a couple of his scores out or whatever. We crap.
Painful, but at the same time, there is some pleasure in the pain. So I appreciate it.
What do you think people should know about the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab and people, which may surprise them? There's some truth bomb points available for you.
All right, Klaus Schwab, he's going to be dead very soon. He's about to turn 87 years old. He's already passed on the torch to his minion, Borge Brende, who's a Norwegian dude who, if you look at anytime he talks, all he does is talk about economic change, and he scrunches up his nose, and he talks about the new world order and things, and it's very boring. So from the World Economic Forum, I would expect more reports, a lot of boring stuff. If you actually want to look at like things that are going to change the world, you might look at what is it, the Bilderberger Group? Peter Thiel and those folk.
Okay.
They don't really publish a lot of stuff, but that's what's going on.
Okay, I'll definitely give you a truth bomb point for that. Like the protagonists of a budget horror flick, Dan, Tim, and I are akin to innocent freshman cheerleaders waiting to be butchered to death by a killer clown. If only someone could identify who that clown is really. And let's play. Who's the bloody clown with the axe? I asked AI to dress some of the most infamous manipulators of our society as kitten-loving killer clowns. Our contestants need to be quick to the punch and exclaim, "Truth bomb!" first if they want to guess who's behind the makeup. If the contestant who buzzes first gives the wrong answer, then it will be handed over to their competitor. If they're right, they'll be awarded an extra point. You have to guess correctly to gain a chance to earn a truth bomb. Are you ready? Remember, first one to say truth bomb gets the answer. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. Let's play Who's This Bloody Clown with an Axe?
Truth bomb.
Okay, Tim's in there. He shouted. He's rocked my world. Go on. Who is this bloody clown with an axe?
I will say Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yes, quite correct. Is Vivek Ramaswamy surrounded by kittens? He's a kitten-loving clown axe murderer. So be quick. You must be quick. Are you ready for the next one? Nice. No microscopes or magnifying glasses. Same as no notepads. I cannot believe you would do that. Here we go. Are you ready?
Truth bomb.
Truth bomb.
Ah, Tim got there first, I think.
No, I got there first.
Okay, Dan got there first. Thanks for setting the story straight, because this is
Oprah.
correct and you will lose your points. Go on. Who is it?
Oprah Winfrey.
Ah, correct. You can add in truth bomb points anytime, remember, if anybody has a truth bomb. Get ready. Your fingers on the buzzers for this one. Here's the next one. Who is this bloody clown with an axe?
Truth bomb.
Yes.
Carney.
Dan Fournier comes in. It is indeed.
Carney.
It is Carney Le Carnage. Have you got any truth bomb? Now, you must have a truth bomb about Mark Carney, seeing as you're currently writing an article with me about Mark Carney.
Okay,
Give away something. Come on, give away something.
So he was photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, okay. That everybody was photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell. Everybody. I mean,
do you need another one? I can get.
Yeah, go on. I want another one. He
is still president of Chatham House, or one of the presidents.
Oh, yeah, that's a good truth bomb he throws out. And I know it's a good truth bomb because you actually did a Freedom of Information request for that, didn't you, with Chatham House? So that shows some
just a
effort.
media request, yeah.
Yeah, well, just a media request.
It dates
specifically for this truth bomb episode. Let's say, let's just say
you can
that.
You can go on their webpage, on the Chatham House webpage, and it'll probably be still.
Stop advertising Chatham House. We don't want people to go to Chatham House. Right? Okay. Keep your watch carefully. Are you watching? Here we go. Who is this bloody clown with an axe?
Truth bomb.
Oh, Tim finally gets in there. I mean, he shook Columbia with that. Go on.
This is Anthony Fauci. Tony Fauci?
Yes, it is. It's old big bad Tony Fauci there. He's there with his cute kittens and his bloody axe. Okay, are you ready? You got your fingers on the buzzer. You got your fingers on the Z trigger. Here we go. Who is this bloody clown with an axe?
Truth bomb.
Yeah, yes, okay. Here we go. Go on.
JFK?
Yes, it is JFK. Is this clown with a bloody axe? Not a bloody clown with an axe. He's a clown with a bloody axe. I mean, I suppose I could say he's a bloody clown with an axe. Are you ready for the next one? You ready? First one to shout truth bomb. Got to be in there quick. Who is this clown with a bloody axe?
Truth bomb.
Ah, go for it. Tim, who is this?
This is the new director of national intelligence. She is from Hawaii. Her name is Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, can I have some form of truth bomb that's a bit more than that?
No.
That's fine. That's fine. My
Psyops
dad,
and things. No, I'm sorry. No, I don't have a
No,
truth bomb
okay.
on that. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'll forgive you for the moment. Here we go. Get ready. Play a game. We've only got 4 left now. Who is this clown with a bloody axe?
Truth bomb.
Truth.
Dan Fournier is in there first. Please come on then, Dan. Who do you think it is?
Mel Gibson.
It is. Would you believe it's Mad Mel Gibson? Look at it. You couldn't even tell that's Mad Mel Gibson. What? I mean, it's amazing. Indeed, it is Mad Mel Gibson howling in the moonlight, dressed as a clown. This isn't actually AI. This is just a normal picture that I took off the internet. You know, this is it. Okay, the next one. Here you go. Who is this clown with a bloody axe? Tim
Truth
has
bomb.
it on. Oh, Tim has it. I'm sure. Go on.
Okay. Jesus. I would say.
Not Jesus.
It
No,
like
unfortunately, I'm
Little
going to hand
Richard.
it over.
Little Richard.
Yeah, I'm joking. I won't hand it over. I did enjoy that. Yes, it is Little Richard, but I feel like you only got that after saying Jesus and then blah, 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 blah. So I'm not sure if it's...
Little
No,
Richard.
he got it. Give it to him.
You got it. You got it. Okay, I don't want any fights. Calm down, everybody. Right. Get ready to shout Truth Bomb. Who is this clown with a bloody axe?
Truth bomb.
Yes, go on.
New Jersey, it's Chris Christie.
Oh, New Jersey pencil. What? Yes, it is Chris Christie. It is definitely Chris Christie. Okay, last one. You have to be quick. I think you'll both know this guy. Who is this clown with a bloody axe? Amazing that no one's got this yet. People at home are screaming.
Truth bomb.
Truth bomb. Are you a member of the Holy See?
Pope Francis.
Yeah, you know your guys. It is indeed. It is Pope Francis himself. The Pope is this clown with a bloody axe. Amazing. Whew. Dan, what do you think of the Canadian Catholic Church? Do you think they buried more kittens or First Nation children over the past century? That's a tough one, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I would say we all know the answer. Tim, many people think JFK was murdered in a conspiracy theory. What about you? Do you think Richard Nixon would have made a better president?
No, Richard Nixon. No, he was a clown. I look more towards LBJ.
Oh, there's two. LBJ was a consummate professional.
Oh, another thing about LBJ, he loved to have conversations very close, and rumor has it that he used to sit on the toilet while talking with people about world events. That's one you can look up. I'm not going to say truth bomb on that. But
Is that something you're not meant to do then? Okay, right. Well, I'll know that I shouldn't tell people I'm on the toilet while I'm talking about these things in the future. And in the clown round, Dan got 5 points and 2 truth bombs. That's 7. His total is 39. Tim got 5 plus 1 truth bomb minus 1. And it comes out as a 5, so his total is 31. This next round is called AI Creators Using AI to Warn About AI. And in this round, we'll be hearing quotes from either Peter Thiel or Elon Musk about AI. All our contestants have to do is figure out, is it Elon or is it Peter? Is it Thiel or is it Musk? Gentlemen, are you ready to play AI's Creators Using AI to Warn About AI?
Ready.
The first quote we're going to look at today, got to work out whether or not it's Elon Musk or Peter Thiel. You both give an answer. And the quote as written on screen is, AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization.
Well, apart from your feminist kind of saying of it, I would say it's Elon Musk.
You think it's that man on the screen there? By the way, I've put up some images there of Elon Musk and Peter Thiel that AI have made up. So they'll keep us company while we're doing this round. Dan, what do you think? Do you think that is Elon Musk or Peter Thiel?
Elon Musk.
Okay, so you're both right. You both get a point there. It is true. Elon Musk said AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. Musk has expressed his concern at various public events, emphasizing the existential threat AI might pose if not managed properly, and then has gone on not to manage it properly. So what do you reckon then to this next one, Dan? You get the next one. The next one is the one technology I'm marginally nervous about is generalized AI. Who was that? Was that Musk or was it Thiel? Was it Elon or was it Peter?
I would say it's Thiel.
You would say it's Thiel. What about you? Would you say it's Musk or would you say? I gotta say that Tim, before you choose that picture up there, this is AI. They're obsessed with making Elon Musk into every character around. So he's a Disney princess in this one for some reason.
Well, yes, Musk is the belle of the ball, but I would also agree that it's Peter Thiel that said it.
Okay.
But this image,
so you're both going Thiel.
Old. Yeah.
Okay, you're both correct. It was Peter Thiel. You each get a point. Okay, the next one. Here we go. Who said this? AI is the worst buzzword out there. Anybody know? Anybody know who said this? Who's first? Is it
Well, yeah. Do we do
you?
the
Tim?
The thing?
No, it's you, Tim. It's you.
I would say that's a Peter Thiel thing.
And what would you say, Dan? Would you say
Yeah,
AI
I agree.
is
Thiel.
Oh, so you're just cheating and copying them, are you?
No, I think it's Thiel.
No, you are right. You are right. It is, but you're both right. It is Peter Thiel. Well done. Okay, the next one. Get ready. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Dan, you're first for this one. What do you think?
Elon Musk.
You think it's Elon Musk? What about you, Tim?
Yeah, I'd say Elon Musk without a doubt.
You know, this one, they gave me Elon Musk and Peter Thiel dressed as a female fairy. That's a bit weird. I found that a bit weird. Okay, you're both correct. That is Elon Musk. You're both very good at this. Okay, the next one. AI will be the best or worst thing ever for humanity. We got metal arms.
Is it me first or?
Yeah, it's you first, I think, Dan, isn't it?
Yeah. Could you repeat the quote? I don't see it on screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I do apologize. I meant to change it. AI will be the best or worst thing ever for humanity.
I'll say Peter Thiel.
You're saying Peter Thiel.
I say Peter Musk.
Peter Musk. Elon Thiel.
Okay, you're going with Elon Musk, yeah, and you're going with Peter Thiel. It is Elon Musk who said that, so you get a point there, Tim, and Dan gets relegated down the board a little bit. Okay, next one. AI, especially in low-tech surveillance form, is essentially communist. Tim, it's your to go first.
I would say Elon Musk again. I think Peter Thiel is more commie than anything else, but or more technocratic. But I'll say Elon Musk.
Elon Musk on the screen there. And what about you down there, Dan?
I'll go Elon Musk.
You're both going Elon Musk. Okay, you're both wrong. That was Peter Thiel who said that. Who said this next one? Back to the beginning here. Mark my words. AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Why do we have no regulatory oversight? So who
Elon,
is this creator
it's
of
my turn,
AI
I think.
using AI to warn about AI? Yes, go on, Dan.
Elon Musk.
What about you?
I'd agree. Elon Musk as well.
Okay. Both correct. You both get a point. It was Elon Musk. Indeed. Only 3 more left now. The next one. I think there should be some regulatory oversight, maybe at national and international level, just to make sure that we don't do something foolish. Dan, it's you. Is it Dan this time?
It's Tim, I think. No.
Okay,
No,
Tim.
I would say Peter Thiel this time. Yeah, that doesn't sound like Musk, so I'd go
Okay.
with Thiel.
Dan, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Thiel.
Okay, you're both wrong. It's Elon Musk. They're in lockstep on this one. Okay, and this next one is, of course, the pace of progress in AI is faster than people realize. Very generic.
I'll
sentence.
say Thiel.
Okay, you say Phil. What are you going to go there?
I would say those. The two of them said that.
Are you really gonna choose an option that isn't on the board?
I don't. It's either I agree with
Yeah,
him
no,
or
you
not,
can.
or I don't know.
Why
So
didn't
I'm
you
gonna
just say Klaus Schwab? If you're gonna do that,
No,
why
I'm gonna
did you just say Klaus
no,
Schwab?
both of them said that.
Which one said? Both of them said that. Unfortunately, no, neither of you are right. It was only Musk. So, okay, one more, the last one. If you don't want AI to replace you, be a little bit racist or a little bit sexist or just really funny. Everybody else will get replaced. Was it Elon Musk or was it Peter Thiel? Elon Musk or Peter Thiel? Peter Thiel,
Who's
a
first
little
on that one?
fairy. It is you, Tim.
I would say Elon Musk.
And what would you say, Dan?
Yeah, I'll say Elon Musk too, because
You're
he has a
both
sense of
wrong.
humor.
Both wrong. It was Peter Thiel.
What?
It was Peter
Oh,
Thiel, I'm afraid. You did all right. I think you basically came out even in that round of a really strange game of AI creators using AI to warn about AI. So in that last round, Dan scored a total of 5 and Tim scored a total of 6, leaving the scores Dan 44 and Tim 37. Tim has a bit of catch up as we enter the final quickfire round. I once met the singer Michael Ball and he accused me of being on drugs. Luckily, he was too, so Dan will be the one to go first in this round. Right, you have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as possible, Dan. If you don't know any of the answers, just pass. The round is over when you hear this sound.
That we penetrate the cabinets.
Are you ready to rumble?
yes.
Okay, here we go. Add in a truth bomb whenever you like. What was the outcome of the trial for Amanda Knox in the murder of Meredith Kercher?
Guilty.
Anything else? She was then acquitted and definitively exonerated.
Okay.
Who was famously acquitted in the Black Dahlia murder case?
Who was acquitted?
Yeah.
Pass.
No one. The case remains unsolved. Ooh, tricky. What does double jeopardy mean in legal terms?
You can't be accused of the same crime, such as murder, twice.
I'll give it to you. Try twice. Oh, that's one correct. Which group claimed responsibility for the 2005 London bombing?
Pass.
Okay, Al-Qaeda, or at least Al-Qaeda affiliates. What conflict between the US and Iraq was justified by claims of weapons of mass destruction?
The Gulf War?
Well, oh, I'm gonna have to say wrong on that one because it's the Iraq War. The Gulf War really was the first one.
Okay.
The answer was in the question. What's the primary intelligence agency of Israel called?
Mossad.
Correct. What intelligence operation uncovered Soviet missiles in Cuba, leading to the Cuban Missile Crisis?
That we penetrate the cabinets.
I asked a question, so I'll accept your answer.
I said Operation Northwoods.
No, it was the U-2 spy plane. That was a hard round for you there.
Oh, that's tough.
Okay, Tim, you'll have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know the answers, and just say pass. The round is over when you hear this sound.
That we penetrate the cabinets.
Are you ready to
Klaus Schwab.
What was the UK primary foreign intelligence service?
It's not the Office of Strategic Intelligence. Chatham House?
No, MI6. Which country conducted Operation Entebbe in 1976 to rescue hostages from a hijacked plane in Uganda?
Pass.
Israel. What was the code name for the failed CIA-sponsored invasion of Cuba in 1961?
Bay of Pigs?
Correct. Which country's intelligence agency is the ISI?
Canada?
Nope, Pakistan. What famous double agent worked for both MI6 and Soviet KGB?
James Bond.
I'm going to give you an answer correct for that because you made me laugh. It was Kim Philby. Which CIA program involved mind control experiments during World War?
MK Ultra.
Yes, correct. Who was the NSA contractor who leaked classified documents?
Edward Snowden.
Correct. What was the primary objective of Operation Desert Storm?
To go after in Kuwait to topple Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, liberate Kuwait, yes. What Soviet intelligence agency was the predecessor of the FSB?
The KGB.
Correct. What term describes an undercover operation where the target is tricked into revealing...
That we penetrate the cabinets.
Sorry?
PSYOPs?
Do you want to hear that? No, I'm going to say no for that because it's a sting operation. That was quite a good round for you, though. And there you go. This round of Truth Bomb is over. Indeed it is. Tim Hinchliffe, how did you feel about that?
Angry. No, actually, it's all good fun.
Good. I'm glad it's all good fun. Though anger is accepted, I tell you, to relieve your anger, I'm going to give you an extra point, okay?
I'll take it.
Okay, you get an extra point.
Wherever I can.
Okay, perfect. How did you enjoy that, Dan? Were you happy?
That was tough.
That was tough. But at least you weren't angry.
Tricky.
So
it was. I would say it was tricky. More
point.
tricky than tough, maybe.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, your scores at the end of that was Dan had a total of 3 in that round. So his total completely overall is 47. Tim had 5 and a comedy point, so a 6, and an extra corruption point later on. So he ends up at 44. Okay. So, gentlemen, it's time for the end of Truth Bomb. And what this means is that you get one final Truth Bomb at the end. If you give me, whoever gives me the best, it's a competition, my friends. Only one of you will get these points. Whoever gets the best answer will get 3 points. It gives the best one. A truth bomb about absolutely anything. And that would tie up the game if that happened. So there's a warning. So I'm going to start with the person who's behind, who's not in the lead, and go across to you, Tim. Tim, It is you who, unfortunately, you're 3 points off at the moment, and you could earn 3 points with a final truth bomb. A truth bomb that you can choose from anything, something. Got to be better than whatever Dan gives me. And then if you're successful, you get 3 points, and you tie, and we go to a tiebreaker round.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I already talked about that. Schwab never said you'll on nothing and be happy. That was from Ida Alkin. Okay, I'm going with my strengths here with the WEF. What's another one? Okay, Truth Bomb. The entire thing about you'll on nothing and being happy. It's about the circular economy, and that's something that's where you get you'll own nothing and be happy, because the circular economy is all about bringing products as services. So that's the one I'm going to go with.
Okay, you've made your bed. Dan,
Yes.
you've made a few beds in your time, I'm sure.
Oui.
Is it because you weed the bed? Is that why you've had to make it? Because of all of the
oui en
wee-wee?
français, bien sûr.
Okay. Well, listen, if you do urinate the bed here and there, I won't tell anyone. So you can tell me right now, and I won't mention it to anyone.
Never wet the bed. No.
Good. All right. You've never wet the bed, even when you were a baby. You're
right.
Inhuman. Not inhumane. You're very humane. You're just inhuman or unhuman. I don't know how you'd say it. Right. Let's do the final. Here you go. If you want to keep your lead here, you've got to give me a truth bomb that was better than the circular economy truth bomb that Tim just gave me. You've got to give me something that was okay. Oh, you sound like you've already decided. Let's go.
I'll give you a choice too. It's like almost nobody knows this, and about two people. So I'll let you choose which one you want, and I'll tell you what the truth bomb is. So you choose either between Bono, the singer of U2, or Justin Trudeau.
Oh, I'm going to go with Bono.
Okay. Do you remember the 2016 truck attack in Nice in southern France?
Can't believe that was Bono. I knew it was. I said to people, that's got to be Bono's doing that, right? Okay. Yes, I remember it. Yeah,
okay, well, that was a sacrificial ritual, and Bono was part of that, and he was up in one of those hotels along the strip watching the whole thing.
Wow. That you could have just made that up.
No,
I would have loved it.
No, it's not made up.
I love it. Okay, wait a minute. What's the other one? Don't hold me.
Oh,
don't keep me waiting.
Okay, this one's probably even. Well, I mean, it's pretty out there too.
Okay.
Just apparently, there's a member of a bloodline family that witnessed Justin Trudeau when he was very young take part in a ritual. It was like basically some like the bloodline ritual. So they're often related to like things satanic. So
so this is he said, she said, or do we get a name or some type of
she
person?
said. Okay. It's I read this. I watched this from a video, and it was the girl was Jessie Sabotar.
I don't know what
Sabotar, yeah. Sabotar, right? I think if I pronounce it correctly.
What do you think, Tim? If you were in my seat, how would you feel?
I think the last thing that Dan Fornication said was,
he's trying to get extra points here.
We're going out there on the extreme on the conspiracy thing. I could have said something about Big Mike. I could have said something about aliens. I could have said something about whatever, But the only other thing I would add on top of that is, apart from the WF thing that I said about the whole you'll own nothing and be happy, is that Yuval Noah Harari never was a top advisor to Klaus Schwab. That was a completely made up thing, and the whole world kind of accepted that.
Okay. This is very hard, This is very hard, very difficult. Normally, I would like to just push it as far as I can go and force us into a tiebreaker round. But I think today, I think I'm going to give it to Dan just for the fact he's tried so hard.
God save the king.
There's some sort of conspiracy in British rule. I'm
hail Chucky Rex. Yeah.
I definitely believe in Welsh independence. So really, that should throw me. So I'm now going to award the points to Tim, giving us up to an entire draw here. You're both on 47, and then I'm going to give Tim an extra point for not saying "God save the King." So well done, Tim. You've won this episode of Truth Bomb by 48 points. How do you feel?
I'm ecstatic. I have to thank the dog Oreo who's here. I have to thank my
Oreo,
the country, and the Welsh people in general.
Yes, the Welsh people. Diolch yn fawr, my friend. Cariad, my cariad.
Cariad.
Okay, so how have you enjoyed this experience, gentlemen? Dan, have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, except for the
corruption.
Last minute kind of corruption, but apart from that, it was fairly on the up and up.
I think I warned you at the start that this game was corrupt. And then you said, God save the... God save the King could have your entire point score depleted down to a 0 in a matter of no time.
Hey,
and remember,
I should get it. Johnny, let me advocate here. I should get an extra point. It should be a tie because that was a comeback for his earlier crack about me, being part of, Canada and
it's too late for that now.
Subject to the Queen and the Crown. Come on.
But I already took a point away from him for doing that. And then I've added a point back for him not doing that a second time. To be honest, actually, now I realize he made that mistake before and then he learned from it. I'll give him an extra point again, maybe. So I think we should stop here. Otherwise, you might just keep giving and adding points to Tim. Gentlemen, thank you. Tim, how did you enjoy that?
Oh, dude, it was so sadomasochistic. I loved it.
Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Dan, can you tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, it's right on screen there, fournier.substack.com, and I do some crazy things like being on your show and some other interviews once in a while. I also have a podcast on my Substack, so you could check it out. I have some interesting guests coming up too, and I've had interesting guests in the past, including Mr. Johnny Vedmore too. So. Yeah,
well, we'll finish that. I'll finish the rest of what I got to do on that article and send it over to you soon.
Yes.
And then we'll do another one very soon, I'm sure. Tim, can you tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me at sociable.co. I guess that's where it is. I mean, on Twitter, X, at Tim Hinchliffe, not Tim Hinchcliffe, but yeah, I'm a almost 40-year-old bald person that likes to talk about these things, and my God, this has been an amazing experience. Thank you.
Well, if you want to know, this is a wig, so don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I'm constantly, I'll keep people guessing. Maybe it is, maybe it is. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for playing Truth Bomb. Hello. Thank you for watching that show. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate having your time and your attention just for a little bit. To make content like this, I need your help. I am constantly working hard to produce live shows, podcasts, truth bombs, and long-form investigative articles which expose a lot of what's going on behind the scenes. Continue doing that. I need your support. You can either support me via Patreon by becoming a patron, where you'll get shows like Truth Bomb early. You could support me by dropping me something on Buy Me a Coffee or on Ko-Fi, and I really do appreciate your support. Go to newspaste.com for more, and thank you again.
Young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina, and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets.